What up, gang? How y'all doing tonight, man? What's up, Angio? Chile. Ron, did you trade or what's up, brother? J Cap. Jazza. What up, what up? Yo, Joe, what up, man? Cortez, Freeman Fun, Hot Sauce, and Benz. What's up, Stamps? Goran, Cool J, Preppy, Fujiwara, Bruce Wayne, Stangam Trading, Andrew, DLP. What up, guys? Weekend was good. Got some family time in. Still preparing for the move. I'm like 2 weeks away from moving officially, so a lot of work winding down here, but doing good, man. Master Kits, what's up, man? Rod Williams, what up, brother? Mooncatcher, jogging around. Adam, how you doing, Mobex? Arthur, Nominoms, Dragon Trades, Lure on Wall Street. What up, man? Pavin Trader, Trader Poe, Ayak. I don't want to kill your name here, though, but what's up, brother? Chilly, man. I'm actually used to the cold. I lived in Saskatchewan for actually 2 years when I was working for corporate, so I'm very familiar with the prairie cold, and it actually doesn't bother me. Big Fat Ace, what's up, man? Nice. Yeah, man. Trade WAP. You know what? Donald Duck did such a good job on Friday that I had, or Thursday night, sorry, I had to bring him back again. Noel Pez, what's up, man? Home Depot, what's up? Black Knight. Y'all still in this long trade, huh? I mean, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. What up, John Nguyen? I think it's pretty safe to hold those longs. I mean, you know, we're making our way up into this channel area. I mean, I think anything in between the zone will become riskier. I have an area of interest at 288. It's been on the chart for a long time now, actually. It actually predates back quite a few months back. I know a high of last week was 283, which is somewhere around here. So if anyone who's looking at holding on those longs, definitely be cognizant of that, depending on what it is you're specifically looking for in your setup. I'm actually not a test to shorting. I know a lot of you guys are longs. I'm not a test to shorting, even if it's just for a quick 1R, to be honest. Just based on kind of where we're at right now. What up, Zach, Ross the Pasta, Sam? What's going on, man? Just want to see what kind of risk we're looking at here. My man Ron G never sleeps, man. What's up, Felipe? Good to see you, man, again. Alexia, what's going on, man? What up, Maurice? Let's see. Am I going to be given another entry, or is that it? Let's see. I know it's risky to fight this trend, guys, but I'm watching the scalp trade that I want to take here. Part of me wants to be more patient with it, though, but... What's up, Stuart? Buggy? I'm gonna take my stab at this 1 hour trade, guys. Did you see gold today? Price is crazy. Yeah, price was moved pretty interesting today for sure in gold. I didn't trade gold at all today, but we had that big swing up, and I know we just ranged pretty much after that pullback though, so just haven't been really too interested. Like, yeah, see, this is what I was talking about on gold, right? Like, we had that swing up, and then we are just ranging now. So this is like kind of like for me a no bueno. At this point in time, if I was trading gold, I would probably wait to see if we can find a more clear understanding of what we want to do here. Like, I feel bearish, honestly, looking at gold right now. If I were to short a gold trade, I would probably just put my stop loss above 44.57 there. Would be kind of my thought process. And that's a big if I were to short. Otherwise, I wouldn't be interested in anything right now. Not a good spot to be longing either, so. I'm taking a stab at this 1 hour short. So it is a counter trade on the trend. So not obviously very risky on my end. I do want to see if we could get a bit more of a pullback after the hourly close that we just had there, to see if we get a little bit of follow through. Part of me was thinking like maybe I should risk a little bit more and target a little bit more, just because I have a channel up here, right? So part of me wonders if I should pull the stop loss up at least to maybe, you know, 20 points and then target for 20 points if that were to be the case. I mean, it's plausible. I don't think it's out of the question to do that. Part of me is kind of thinking that right now. I just don't know if the reward on a short scalp like this is ideal, which is part of the reason why I'm kind of holding on. But yeah, I'll keep my risk where it is, because if I get stopped, I'm okay with it. The reason why, again, I want to keep my risk where it is because I am looking to, I'd rather preserve the capital. Like if it goes wrong, I want to preserve the capital for a better entry later on if need be. This 5 minute is closing quite bullish, so I don't disagree with the comments in the chat. By the way, guys, I'm not sure if you guys know, Ron may have spoke about it already last stream, but Lucid Trading is doing their, they have a 40% off their daily plans right now. That's actually why I pinned it to the chat for today. So code RAKE can get you 40% off their daily plans with Lucid. What's up, base trades? Yeah, man, you don't mess with Donald Duck, man. He claps, man, with the DJ. Jane Bob, not sure when you hopped in, but I was talking about how I like the hourly sell bar we just put in, and I'm looking to play on to that as well. I'm not looking for a big short because I'm not looking for us to like wipe out this entire grind up, but I do think that we could get a little bit of a pullback before we kind of keep going. A part of me wants to, I was saying earlier on, I wanted to risk 20 to push for 20 instead, just because, you know, VWAP 200 EMA and that type of stuff. But you know what, I really don't want to overshoot my shot on a trade that's not necessarily A plus in any way or form, not even A for that matter, right? So I'd like to just kind of not overstay my welcome. Let's see what this gives us. If this gives us a little bit of a dub, that'd be great. And then I would just hold off until further notice to decide what I want to do with it. Hunting Pips, what up, man? It's not a wallpaper, man. It's a YouTube video. It's a YouTube soundtrack, man. What up, Paul? David, Mickey Trades. Brian, man, much love, brother. I'm glad the one-on-one we had is helping you out, man. You know what it is a lot of times in life and everything that we do, it's just having an accountability partner that really kind of pushes on you and works on you really does help, right? So I think that's just an all aspect of life. I think a lot of times, even back in my corporate life, that's what a lot of people loved working with me, was because I was so big on those one-on-ones. It's kind of like, you know how a lot of people in jobs, they wait until like their year-end review to have a sit-down conversation about the performance. When I was a restaurant manager in the restaurants that I used to run, I would make a point to sit down and connect with my staff on the weekly, actually, just to make sure that they always kind of knew where they stood with me, but also at the same time knew how they were performing. So I do believe that like those connect points are super important, whether it's just to celebrate the success of performance or to really rehash and refine performance where we need to, right? So. But yeah, I know people always ask about those one-on-ones, but you can always reach out to me on Instagram, guys. We can always decide how we want to go about that, because some people need it, some people don't. Some people just love connecting, right? So that could be a thing in itself. So tonight I'm gonna be trading a lot of different accounts, guys. I mean, I have everything loaded up right now. I've got Tradeify, which is what I'm trading right now. I got my 10-4 account set up. I got my funded seed account set up. I got my take profit trader account set up. So we'll see how many accounts we go through tonight. I mean, I doubt we'll cycle through all of them, but I've got all of them up tonight, and we'll see what we do. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Maddie. Appreciate you. Doing good, man. Wish could do the restaurant part, but crap, if it even asks what that goes for. Alexia, what do you mean? Are you at like going for as in like one-on-one in terms of like the restaurant business side? Is that what you're referring to? What do you mean? You know, earlier on the NQ, you know what I was actually looking at? When we first initially opened up here, I really thought that initial rejection here was actually going to give us the ability to maybe close off that gap up we had before we continued higher. Like I was actually looking for like this. Reject, come back, tag this gap here, which would have been perfect actually for a lot of different confluence reasons, and then long. Like that's what I was actually looking for on the NQ, but we never got that, so kind of just effed off and really didn't touch the charts at all today. Nikkei, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Alexia, do you own a restaurant? Oh, you have one in Dominican Republic. Ah, okay. I'm not familiar with that market, but that's cool, man. Oh, there you go. There's that little bit of a push from gold that we talked about earlier on. Who was it earlier? I think it was Master Kits that said that you bounced out of your long trade that you were in. I mean, it's still long. I just didn't feel comfortable because of the range that we were in earlier on. So you've been longing from 31.90 on every test, Ranji, my man. I mean, it's true, man. We've just been grinding up, so I don't blame you. I mean, I wouldn't, outside of the initial retest at 32.10. That was probably the only short trade I really wanted. Every other short trade I have not been interested in. So Adam, I'm not sure if I missed something there, but I hope everything's okay, man. Oh, okay. I just got your. I'm literally just reading up there. Oh, I see there. Yeah, man. Sorry to hear, man. My condolences, brother. Do I use the Lucid Daily? I can't trade Lucid Dailies or anything like that. Basically the only eval that I have access to is the Lucid Max, Chili. But I know Lucid has a nice customization option though for their daily plans, so that could be very attractive for many. S-dub. I mean, you know, we're coming up to a key area here, so I was looking to see if we could play off the hourly sell, my friend. I have not said when I'm going to do the chart review, but I am going to now, though. That's 10:18. So we'll hop into it, guys. I'll type it out here just so that we have it for the record later. Chart review. We'll say 10:20 p.m. PST. We'll also, because Lucid is doing their 40% off right now. We're gonna do a giveaway tonight, and we're gonna base it off of Lucid actually. So give me a second here. Is it normal to see a 10-second lag of price action on Tradeovate? Not in my experience, no. Chili, I think that really depends on your types of trading style. Generally speaking, intraday trailing drawdown is very difficult for most traders, so there's a reason why it's the cheaper option for every prop firm, actually. If you can make it work, I mean, there's your cost savings, right? But not everyone can go through that. Nice, Trina. Nice. All right, guys. I am going to go into my chart review here, guys. So welcome everyone. If you haven't already, definitely drop a thumbs up on the stream. Helps me out a lot, guys, and much appreciated. We're going on, I don't even know, Ron G, if we're on what, week 16, week 17? I have no idea how long we've been doing this for now, but welcome, guys. My name's Alan, Azheng Trades here. I am the pre-London host to Project 365. I am one of 5 hosts. Ron G himself streams just right before me during the Asia session. I take care of the pre-London, and then we got Jake Ricci who streams the New York session. Then we got Lamelli and Mitch who take care of the after sessions after that as well. So we stream pretty much 5 days, 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. I think we've got something to offer for everyone. So whatever style, wherever you are around the world, you know, I think we can offer something for you guys as far as knowledge, hanging out, whatever. We all are alumni of the Rate Trades Mastermind, and we also have our evolutions of how we trade as well. So I think there's a lot of different things that you could probably take away from us. But yeah, we don't ask for a lot on these streams, man. We like to hang, we like to chat. It doesn't have to be about trading. I'm a business consultant by trade, so I actually work with restaurant entrepreneurs all across the country. So you guys want to talk about like food, you want to talk about business, life, I'm all for that as well. And yeah, just honestly liking the stream, subscribing, using code RAKE for any prop firms that you choose to buy anyways. It really does help us a lot. So I just wanted to just kind of state that. I am going to do a chart review right now, and for all those guys who are maybe new to the stream, when I do these chart reviews, I'm not just talking about my session. When I talk about the charts, I'm talking about the overarching perspective. So what I will go over is top-down analysis on how I'm reading the NQ and gold personally for myself. I'll generally talk about how we could have traded price before as well. And the reason why I do that is because every stream when I do my chart reviews, I kind of build from one to the next. So kind of anticipating the fact that whatever I talk about today, hopefully things play out in the way that they can and they will, that I'm able to then talk about next stream, how we could have traded that based on what we talked about today. So just note that even if we don't have an opportunity to trade the chart review over the course of this session, believe me, there will be other opportunities if you take into the London session, the New York session. The things I talk about are relevant. It's not just about my session. And if anything, people ask me this all the time, Alan, what's your best session? Why do you trade this session? I trade this session because it's really the only time I can actually hop on stream with you guys. It's the only reason why I do this. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do this at all. So yes, this is not my best session. I like Asia. I like London. This would probably be my third option if I had to choose. And there are those who ask me, because this will get asked all the time, why don't I trade the New York session? I don't because family, being there for my kids in the morning, breakfast, bringing them to school, all that's important to me. Business is also where the mornings is where I can prepare for the day, itineraries, those type of things, right? So that's kind of why I do all the things that I do. So if you're wondering why I don't trade the New York, that is why. But why do you need me when you got the GOAT Jake Ricci who streams the New York session anyways, right? So with that said, I'm going to dive right into this. Even though I am still in a trade, we'll see how this plays out. We're going to zoom out here onto the larger time frames as we always do. Oh, I just totally did that on the wrong screen. Let's do that again here. Let's try that again. So let's go into the weekly time frame here. So as of right now, we're obviously playing on what is very bullish action, right? So I think longing just makes a whole lot of sense. The reason why I'm shorting right now, it's 1R. Understand that my target is not a very, very big target, right? So overarchingly, I am looking bullish on the NQ. If we take a look at the chart that we see right now, you can see that we're just kind of continuing the bull trend ever since the higher time frame, higher low that I spoke about weeks ago. Really like the fact that we broke out of this daily pennant. And right now what I see is that we're setting up for like a daily 3-bar play to the upside, which is kind of very plausible based on where we're at right now. I do have some higher areas on the NQ chart that I'm looking for resistance. As you can kind of see here, I would like to obviously break the highs that we have set over the past couple of days here. If we can do that, then I am looking for, you know, the 342 level, the 474 level. We have areas above here that you can see, and I'm saying you can mark it down now because obviously in case you don't follow my stream all the time, you know, you can reference these points at a later time, okay? So I just want to highlight that, right? So these are some areas that we're looking for. This is the hourly sell bar that I was talking about earlier. And so right now we've been consolidating for a little while. It looks like we're starting to get a little bit of fall through. I'd love for us to be able to kind of tap me out and so that I can obviously get my win on this and move on to the next trade. Going into this as well, you can kind of see here, like I said, longing made sense. I made the comment earlier The only area that I would have been interested in shorting prior to this was here. I was anticipating a bigger move down before we moved up, just because we gapped up off the open. So I was looking for like a close the gap and then continue moving higher, because overarchingly I am bullish on the chart. Now coming up to here, I was looking for us to see if we could tag this upper level, right? Before I took the short, but when we took our first push down and then we put in this kind of 2-minute kind of head and shoulder potential lower high, a part of me was wondering, like, you know what, I'm okay to risk this and see if we can get a 1R scalp at the very least. Now I think that I probably would have been a little bit more larger on my target on this had we actually already tapped the channel, but we haven't done that yet. So I'm a little skeptical about holding for a bigger move, which is why I'm shooting for a smaller move at the moment, right? But yeah, I think that for as long as we continue to hold above like the 210 area, we got VWAP, the 200 EMA, as long as we continue to hold this trend, I'm bullish on the NQ. And we might be able to, off the 200 EMA VWAP here, we might be able to set up for a potential fail to go lower long trade entry. Obviously, we'll have to see what the market presents itself to decide whether or not we want to do that. But I am definitely looking for a continuation for longs here. At a later point in tonight, you know, if we come back up here and we test the 83, 88 area, I'd be interested in shorting again. And then it would be very similar. It'd be something like this, you know, where I'll set up something here, probably put the stop loss somewhere there. And whether I shoot for 1R, 1.5R, something along the lines of that, like that'd be a short trade that I would definitely be interested in taking at a later point tonight if we do make our way up here. Otherwise, man, honestly, if we don't, whether we catch the high, the long trade from down here, assuming that we can get down there, or the break and retest above this key area of interest that I have here, those would be kind of like the long setups that I would be kind of looking for at the moment for the NQ. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't want to speculate, but if we just hem and haw here all night long going into New York and we end up actually rejecting off of this area up here that I marked, I think we could probably get a very solid 50, 100 point north move to the downside later on in the session if that presents itself, right? So we'll see what it does, but that's kind of my 2 cents at the moment. I saw in the chat and in my peripherals, I think some of you guys caught the short trade, and you guys probably already exited on that short trade as well. So anyone who caught that, obviously nice work. Congrats on that dub. I'm still holding. We'll see where this goes. I obviously don't like the way this 5-minute candle is forming, but I'm hoping that we get a continuation to continue back down so I can get my TP before I get stopped out. But that's kind of my 2 cents on the NQ at the moment. Yeah, I'm just going to catch up on the chat here quickly before I keep going and go over the gold trade as well. Appreciate you, Fujiwara. Blink 182. Noel D. I'm assuming you caught that short there. If you did, awesome, man. Nice, Cortez. Sounds like you caught it as well. How many times does price hit globes every week for Asia? I would be short here, but why the gap like short? Am I wrong? The futures king. I don't know if I answered your question by going through my chart review already, but Globex is set every single day, so that point of interest will change every single day as well. Andrew, man, much love, doing well, man. What do I think about the gap not being filled? I don't really care too much. I'm more interested in key price areas on where they react. So, like, you know, if we do, like I said, tap up here, and if you really want to hold the runner all the way to close the gap, sure. But I definitely would not hold size for that. I don't think that would make a whole lot of sense. I'm bullish on this chart, so I definitely don't want to do that. Nice job calling the bottom 2 weeks ago. We pick up calls. Bands, love, awesome, man. I'm glad anyone who caught that bigger move, because I know everyone was telling me, like, Alan, why are you trying to long when it's a downtrend? And I think people really need to understand what a downtrend is and what a time frame we're looking at, because, you know, you can have a downtrend form in a 2-minute time frame, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a downtrend, right? And that's the whole concept of MTFA. So just for those to be aware of. What up, guys? What up, gang? That's a very strong 5-minute close, guys, as a fail to go lower. So this doesn't look good for me right now. We'll see. I'm still gonna, again, I'm gonna accept the risk of the trade here. There's a reason why I took the risk that I took. So I'm going to hold on to it. Nothing changes for me, guys. But yeah, I don't like that 5-minute close, though. That doesn't look good for me. Just caught the short. Nice job. Noel, you're up 2K, locked for the day. All right, ready to go, buddy. That's awesome, dude. Julian, thank you. Where are you ever a server? I'm a server now, and I'm looking into getting to the restaurant marketing. Yeah, I used to work for, I don't know if you guys have the keg wherever you guys are, but I used to work at the keg in my late teenage years. So I did that for a little while. But whether you're a server or not is kind of irrelevant to the question of restaurant marketing. I mean, that's a whole different thing in itself. These days, restaurant marketing is like more focused on technology more than anything else. Is there a way to see Globex or place it to find it regularly? I mean, yeah, it's the opening print of the future session, Big Fat Ace, so you can do that anytime you want. If you have the FF indicator, which is what I'm subscribed to as well, you can see here, it's automatically marked every single day. Like, it auto marks all these spots, like the New York Open, the Globex Open, the highs, the lows, that type of jazz. So if you like automation, that provides that for you as well. You can always find that on my Instagram as well, because it's not a thing that I created, guys. I know I always get asked that question. I'm just a subscriber to it. So, but the link is in my link tree, so you guys can always go take a look at that as well. And yeah, to what the guy said, exactly. It's the Globex market open, so it's when the market opens for futures, right? 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, depending on where you are around the world, right? So I see that there's about 400 some of you guys right now. Only a fourth of you guys have liked the stream. Come on, guys. Show your brother some love, especially for those who actually caught a win on that short trade. I know I'm still in mine, but we're going to hop into the gold trade review now, is what I'm going to do. I feel like I need to have this set up. Hold on. I'm just going to put my price alerts here so at least I know if I'm going to if it hits. There you go. All right, let's go do the gold trade review now. Okay, what are we looking at here, guys? So, you know, very similar, right? I think higher time frames. I don't think gold is in the clear just yet. We've had a really nice bullish move where we broke out of that daily consolidation underneath of us, where it looked like we were gonna. I got stopped out though, by the way, guys. We got a big push up on NQ. I just want to show it that I got stopped out there. That was the live trade that I was just in just now. We got really close to my PT earlier, but we unfortunately did not hit. But it is tapping my channel here. This is kind of the reason why I was kind of curious if I should set a higher stop loss and shoot for a little bit more. We'll see obviously what this does here. I mean, I think that's still plausible, but anyways, I got stopped on that trade. Let's go back to the gold trade, sorry, or the gold chart review. So yeah, in terms of gold, I do think that although, yeah, we are pushing up and we've got a lot of great buying action, especially after the daily failed to go lower there, we could continue moving higher. What I'm kind of curious about right now is whether or not, because we're in a very tricky spot, right? We have good reason to continue. We have good reason to come back down. And the reason why I say that is because when I take a look at this was like the last kind of like daily lower high that we had here. And then I also see the other lower high that's kind of up here, right, in this area. Now, we're tagging this area. We're kind of holding here. So if gold doesn't break back above these levels, I think shorts are on the table. Now, if we do break out of that, I do think we have room to make our ways all the way up here and see if we can continue higher. But as you can take a look at the higher time frames, it looks like it's trying to obviously reverse and go higher, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what's going to happen, right? Like, we got to... I find that gold right now is not as clear to me as NQ is. NQ is a little bit more like, okay, I think I know where we want to go with this. Whereas gold, I'm kind of like, I think I can take this both ways, right? And that's kind of personally how I feel about gold. Hourly bar right now looks like we're kind of retracing and we're pushing back above. I mean, we've been consolidating for a little while now, as I mentioned earlier on, and we still kind of are. I don't think we're necessarily in the clear just yet. This might be one of those trade setups where it might be safer for us to wait and see how we react back up here later on with price on gold to see if there's a short opportunity or if there's a break and retest long opportunity. That's kind of my thought process on gold right now. If we fake out and put in a very bearish bar down here, maybe we can retrace back to the bottom of the range. But yeah, gold's a little bit more trickier, guys. I'm definitely not as like clear on what I would want out of gold, but there's reason. Like as I drew this channel, Like you can see here, we look like we tried to break out, but it looks like we're failing here again, right? So I don't know, man. Do we keep ranging here on gold, right? Or do we go higher? I don't know. Right now, I'm very indecisive on gold. So I mean, yeah, I'm probably not gonna touch gold anytime soon. Give me a second here. I'm also gonna. Yeah. Anyways, that's just kind of my 2 cents on it, guys. Let's get a catch up with the chat here. That's cool, Daniel Sterling. That's awesome, man. Good for you. As long as you have a passion for what you do, man. You set your shorts and your fill. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. What's up, guys? What's up? Let's see what the chart does. I'd like to see where this hourly closes. We got about like, what, 25 minutes until this hourly closes. I'm curious because we just tapped that channel that I talked about, right? So I don't know if this is it or not. I mean, I don't blame anyone for wanting to short right now. Part of me wants to kind of take a stab here, even if it's just like a small, tight stop loss. Very tight, very tight. Very minimal risk, guys. I'm totally okay. I mean, when you think about me trading 2 minis with under $400 risk, that's the very tight risk. So let's see if we can respect this channel, guys. Cam the Carnivore, I've been training for 6 years, man. I've been training for 6 years. Future Stuck, I just finished my chart review. I'm not bearish on NQ, no. I just think there are key areas that we might be able to take advantage of price reactions, which is kind of why I will take shorts here and there. But otherwise, man, I think holding on for those longs are probably the safer bet. Like this trade right now, for example. I'm just literally just trying to see if we can respect the channel or not. If it doesn't, then all good. How old am I? I'm 34, man. AG Trader, I kind of went over the short during my chart review already. I know that question is going to come up over and over and over again, so I'm just going to refer to the chart review. Looks like that price reaction isn't going to be enough for us to keep us down. We want to keep going higher, I guess, huh? Lil Joe, that happened to me earlier too, man. Cam the Carnivore, I'm assuming you're probably asking about like strategy, what have you. I'll just put this YouTube here for you, man. You can take a look. That just kind of goes over a high level of kind of what I look for when I trade. No, I don't use the DOM. We're still in the Asia session right now, guys. For those asking that question. I know those who are asking, why am I not going long? I don't have an entry for long. I know you're just like, why don't you just take the breakout and just shoot for longs? This is not kind of how I trade, right? I don't breakout trade. I don't mind taking small stabs at key areas to see where price goes. But as far as long goes, I can't replicate this, right? I can't replicate a long right now that I would actually like to take, which is the reason why I'm not taking it right now. So, yeah, Al Brooks, Adam. What's up, Santana? I'll give you an example what I mean by that too, right? Because like right now, if I were to enter, you know, if I were to enter a long right now, I don't even know where I would want to put a stop loss personally. Again, maybe you might have a style of trading that makes sense to you, but I wouldn't even know where to want to put a stop loss. And that's kind of the reason why I just can't long this. It's just not scalable for me as a trade strategy, right? Especially since I know the amount of resistance that we have above us right now. I would just not, like, I'd just be scalping at this point, right? If I was looking to do that. So hence my thought process on that. Right now, we're respecting the trend here. You can see that on the F indicator here, this is like earlier, that could have been a long entry. Now, I was already in a short, so I wasn't about to just bail on my trade. I just accepted the risk. But earlier, when I think it was Lil Joe that was with me in this trade, when we got wicked out, this was the candle that essentially wicked us out, right? We were very close to hitting our TP, but we got wicked out on this one. And this basically was the trend respect that we continued on. Foreign, I keep the things that are still relevant, but I delete the ones that are not. Yeah, I'm personally gonna stay patient because I'm not in a trade right now, so I don't want to just hop into it right now. But I do think that we have room to keep moving higher right now. But we are coming up to that area that we spoke about, right? So we have to be very careful about how price reacts up here, guys. So if you're along this, I would say tread carefully up here. I don't even know how to find the 40 EMA, Fleur. When you want to go long, do you try to time the bottom? What kind of confirmation do you wait for to go long? How do you handle the fear of its reversal? So that's a very loaded question, and the reason why I say that is because essentially what I'm looking for is I'm looking for structural confluences, multiple time frame bar by bar confluence. Indicators are nice when it works in favor as well. But there's a multitude of different things that I look at for that confirmation for a long. Like I said earlier, right? If I wasn't in a short, that bounce off this trigger line here would have been nice to continue for the long. And that's also why I made the comment that I said during my short trade, right? I said that I specifically want to just catch a little piece of the pie and then get out of the trade so I can find something different, right? And unfortunately, I got wicked out just barely before it bounced. So that's just, again, part of the risk of the game, right? So Hugario, I don't even know what that stuff is. So I'm going to say no, I don't use that stuff. Zontana challenge. I mean, I think that I'll just put it here again. Anyways, who's kind of asking about what I look for, it's a combination of everything. I repeat this a lot. It's the only reason why I don't want to keep saying it over and over again. But I did an overview of kind of what I look for in my strategy in the YouTube link there. But I'm bar by bar, time frame analysis, structure, trend, EMAs, all that type of stuff, right? Plur, I know you're asking for that, but I haven't added or changed an EMA on my chart in like 4 years. Like I actually I don't look for stuff like that. So I don't know if you're looking for me to type in this and type in 40 EMA. I don't know if that's what you're asking for. Is that what you're asking for? I don't touch my stuff, right? Because I haven't adjusted that type of stuff in a very long time. I wouldn't say I'm looking for a reversal. I mean, I'm looking for either a pullback that I can take advantage of on shorts, or I'm looking for us to create a better entry for me for longs. Brooks is just a bar by bar guy, yeah. Whoever caught the long, though, off that bounce, though, solid, dude. Solid long, guys. Okay, we got key areas up here, right, guys? Just remember what we talked about earlier during the chart review. So if you're in a position, I'm not saying sell, but at the very least, like, trim, you know? Nice, real hyper reels. That's awesome, dude. I'm just putting up the forecaster box right now just to take a look at things. I'm not taking this yet. Best P&L was in December of last year, 168,000. having a reaction literally right at that channel I literally just drew, guys. Yes, futures prop trading. That's my P&L. My strongest on options was probably, I think it was like $65,000 in a month. That was options. YNG algos. I will just send my YouTube video to answer all those questions, because I did a whole year-end chart review. Not chart review, sorry, a whole year-end review on how my year went. Actually, I had an average of a 30% expense ratio last year. There you go. That was my year-end recap on my prop trading. Tate, weekend was good, man. Weekend was good. Thanks for asking, man. Josh around, take it easy, man. Zach, thanks, man. Unstoppable. Isn't it the worst when you're like just getting ticked? That's what happened to Lil Joe and I earlier. We were in a short trade. We missed ours by a couple ticks as well. A lot of trades. How you doing, man? How you doing? CD Baron, man. Hey, all good, man. 6 months is still very young in the game, man. Very young in the game, so don't beat yourself up. Take your time is the best advice I can give. There's so much to gather. There's so much to learn, and you definitely don't want to over push with too high of a size, because it's very hard to learn when you're so focused on the P&L. So just take your time at it, man. I mean, Brian, you know what it is, though? There's a lot of people on the other side of the world. A lot of people are just waking up right now, man. Yeah, I'm looking for a price reaction up here, to be honest, because this was like a New York high. And so I've actually had an area of interest marked at 288. So I want to see if we have the ability to kind of play into that respective a pullback. I think that's very fair and valid if we do. Otherwise, like I said earlier, I'm pretty much interested in a break and retest for longs if we do break above this. So that's what I would look for later on. But for now, that's what I'm looking for at the moment. So I'm kind of just patiently waiting at the moment. We are kind of like just tapping the low of the channel there. As you can see, the one that I just drew earlier, the one I said that you guys should, you know, be careful and take a trim on at least if you guys are in a long. We'll see where price goes obviously at this point though. Too much sugar this weekend, Moneybags. Zach, man, take it easy, brother. I told you guys that I'm also looking to rebuild my Take Profit Trader accounts after my wreckage last week. So I have a couple of evals right now set up already as well here that I will probably take later on. Not gonna do it just yet, but just sharing. I appreciate you, Higario. I appreciate you. What's your stop loss on that short trade, Fleur? Haha, G-Tran, what's up, man? Nice, congrats on getting moved live, man. That's amazing, dude. Land or East Land, I'm kind of waiting for a reaction. I haven't entered it just yet. It's 10:57 right now. We might get a little bit of a pop maybe in 3 minutes here on the new hourly open. $288. Yeah, that's fair, man. I like your stop. Do I like the long on gold? I haven't looked at gold actually in a bit. Let's see. Do I like long on gold? No, I don't. Not right now. We're just literally ranging, like I said earlier, man. You could probably scalp gold, but yeah, I would not touch this right now. That does not look good. CDB Baron, a short bias on what? On the NQ? No, I'm more bullish than I am bearish. And I know that's probably why like you guys are getting confused. You're like, Alan, if you're bullish, why are you shorting? Like I said many times, there are some points on the chart that I'm just interested in taking to see how it works and see if it plays out for those 1 hour scalp trades. If they don't, then it's all good, right? I'm still looking for a better entry for longs. I haven't had one yet, so that's the reason why I haven't taken it. The best one would have been the one that basically came after where my short was, which is kind of where my arrow is at the moment, because earlier on the stream, I had like a target literally right here that I got wicked out by. And I would have been more than happy to pivot into longs right after it, but I was still in my short trade and I wasn't looking to close it out at the time, so I kind of left it as is. All right, this is the fresh hourly open, guys. Wow, look at that, eh? That would have been such a fast move had I actually just put my target in place. I know I didn't have it held up, but what a move there. That was quick. What up, Chris Stevens? The bottom there is actually it's a trend. It's part of this indicator that I'm subscribed to called the futures forecaster indicator. That's just it kind of just all comes together. It's basically like a trend cloud. Kind of gives you the indication. Like obviously every time frame is gonna be different. So that bottom right hand thing changes actually based on your time frame. So like right now it says it's bullish on the 2 minute, but I could go on like a 30 minute, a 1 hour, a 4 hour time frame, and it may actually say it's bearish, right? So it's kind of a trend cloud thing is all it is. I mean, that's true, man. It's 100% true. I mean, I talk about that a lot with students too, right? Like going into your days with game plans. Like, what is the game plan? Like, I'll take 1 hour scalps and stuff like that with you guys on stream, but like honestly, for a lot of times, if I were to sit here and play out a game plan, kind of like what I did my chart review with you guys earlier, right? I would be sitting. I'd still be waiting. Like, you think about the trade that I took earlier. Like, that trade would have never even happened because I would have just sat here waiting to see until we came up here to take my first trade, which means that after an hour on stream with you guys, I would have taken nothing up until this point, right? If I wasn't focusing on P&L, what are... Sorry, give me a second here. Just make sure I gotta adjust something quickly here. Okay. The question of, if I wasn't focused on P&L, what are 2-3 things would you focus on to move as a trader? So I don't focus on P&L. That's the reason why. Like, so that's a big part of it in itself. I would say that focus on risk management. And when I say focus on risk management, what I really mean by that is in terms of your setups, right? When you're risking trades, guys, you're gonna obviously have a dollar figure that you have in your mind that you don't want to obviously, you know, breach or anything like that. The best advice I have is like reverse engineer that, right? What does that look like? If you were to talk about a dollar risk, what would that look like from a chart risk perspective, right? And the reason why I'm referring to that is because essentially what you're looking for is that if you're willing to risk like $200 a trade, well, $200 a trade on a mini and a micro is going to look very different, right? $200 a trade on a mini, that's 10 points. That's not a lot, right? But if you're looking at using $200 in terms of micros, well, that's like about like 3 micros for like 30 points, right? Or that could even be 90 points if you're using 1 micro. So like it really depends. And so I think that would be probably a big one, Santana, to like take a look at, is that by removing yourself, obviously you can't completely discount you know, the P&L, because obviously that factors into how you're going to take a trade when it comes to whatchamacall, your trade setups, right? But that would be kind of like my 2 cents, I guess I would say. I don't know if that makes sense for you. Hope that makes sense. Bailey's trade journey. I can't keep repeating myself. I put in the chat earlier why I was looking to short. If this fails, then I'm gonna wait for a break and retest of this area for longs. Chasing trades. I know. And yeah, man. He's TPT live, right? So that's how he was able to do it. Very strong trend, guys. we always say, right, reversal trades are the worst kinds of, or not the worst kind, sorry, it's the lowest probability, right? So when you trade with the trend, you just have a higher probability of trade succeeding. But yeah, it's pushing really hard tonight, man. Like I said, if I get stopped out, I'm going to reposition and wait for a higher low off here for longs. Don't find yourself getting too emotional, guys. If you guys are too emotional, it means either you should really step away, walk back, right? Or size down. For whatever the thing is that you're going through, man, it's what you got to do, man. Let's see if we can get to at least like 300 thumbs up tonight. I'd love to get that Lucid giveaway to you guys tonight, man. Ron, did you trader, man? Take it easy, brother. Internet's kind of lagging right now. Is my internet lagging for you guys? Can you guys still see things okay? Just because I'm finding that a lot of my stuff right now is like buffering. Interesting. I wonder why my YouTube and everything is like completely freezing right now. Interesting. Okay, as long as it's not lagging. Man, that would be pretty cool because I know there's been a couple people that we've given accounts to, and they've gotten like solid payouts out of them. So yeah, unstoppable, man. Like the way that it like broke through that was actually pretty insane. But whoever's in these longs, man, you're getting paid tonight, man. That's awesome, dude. I'm happy for anyone who's in these longs right now. Stangum trading, you beast. I love that, man. Good for you, dude. I wouldn't consider this a pullback for longs yet. Essentially now, if we want longs, and this is a big if, right, is that I would like for this area that I drew out, the channel here, I'd like for us to kind of come back here, put in a failure to go lower candle here, to then go for longs. That's what I would look for right now. Oh. Yeah, Amen. It's just sometimes when the contracts feel really weird, it kind of just feels this way. I have no idea why. There's like technically behind these stops and these limits, they're like multiple. Sorry, I thought I heard my kid crying just now. What's going on, Phantom Love? Let's see how this 5-minute candle closes. I'm very interested. This 5-minute closure will also close the 15-minute candle as well. This is a very small pullback. Like that's my thing though, right? Like if this is the pullback, this is a small one. And honestly, again, it's like that comment, right? I couldn't replicate this, you know? Like it's not how I would replicate this trade in the future. So if I miss this pullback, I mean, again, either way, I'm committing to this trade regardless. So at this point in time, I just kind of have to wait until I get stopped out. I'm not going to adjust this trade. Yeah, Pecky, if it's a very, very small pullback and just keeps going, then yeah, it's a bullish signal. But you know what it always is as well, though? It depends on like what time frame you're trading on too, right? Like on a 2-minute, this might look like a pullback, but like on a larger time frame, it doesn't look like anything, right? Like if you look at the 15-minute time frame, for example, the last pullback we had was like literally when the market opened. Like, sorry, not when the market opened, when the stream started, right? All right, let's see if we can get some more thumbs up here, guys. There's about 500 of you guys on the stream here. We got 200 thumbs up. I'd love to get to 300 here, guys, and then get that giveaway out to you guys. We're giving away a Lucid account actually tonight in the spirit of their 40% off their daily plans right now. I pinned it to the chat there as well. Lucid Trading, use code RAKE, you get 40% off their daily plans. How long does it take for me to be okay with some drawdown? I've been trading for 6 years, guys, and know this, right? For all the people who think that like, oh, I'm just a prop firm trader, I traded for more of my personal capital than I have in prop firms. Like I've only been trading with prop firms for coming up on 2 years now. But I had traded like small cap stocks and options for about 4 years before I ever got introduced into prop firm trading, right? So just want to kind of put that note out there as well. So I think I'm a little bit more desensitized by all of this because, you know, back in the day, I probably would have been a little bit more like, oh my goodness, like, you know, stressing about every bit of P&L and all that type of stuff. Like these days, I'm definitely a little bit more calm on this, just because of the fact that I've been doing this for a very long time, right? So. Really interesting how that last 5-minute candle closed. It looked like it was going to close as a bullish failure to go lower, and then it just closed as a bearish spinning top. This 5-minute bar would be very interesting if we close as an engulfing bar. I'm in shorts right now, a lot of trades. I'm in shorts. I'm looking over at my TradeC account right now too, thinking about whether or not I want to take a quick stab as well. I should say quick stab, looking to maybe hold for a little bit more as well. Let's see if we can get that. Yeah, you know, I know people always get very, like, surprised, too, because I think you guys have seen me on stream many times, like, just get wicked out slightly on my trades. They are very intentional where I put my targets and where I put my stop losses. So when they work out, when they don't work out, I kind of accept it. And I know it sucks. And I'm sorry for I keep saying this because, like, I know not some of you guys are just rolling on the stream right now. But like earlier when Lil Joe was on the stream with me, right? He was in shorts with me, right? And he probably had a very similar price target to me. And we got wicked out, unfortunately, right? It literally came down and missed us by a couple ticks. And then it went right back up and took us out, right? It happens, guys. It does happen, right? And that's just kind of part of the game. The last green bar would be viewed as an exhaustion bar. This one up here? Are we talking the one up here, Amin? I don't know if you would call that an exhaustion bar. I don't know what you would call that. I mean, I just know it's a spinning top, but I think in order to see exhaustion, I guess maybe because I mean, I guess you did see a lot of volume. No, you didn't really. I was like, is that the bar with all the volume? No, it's not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you would. Not Manams. Okay, then I hope for the both of us. I hope for the both of us, man. Do you think doing regular job along trading somehow affects hinders it? Fujiwara, actually, I'm more subscribed to the idea, and obviously it depends on what kind of job you hold. I subscribe to more of the thought process of I think it's great to have a job while you're trading because you know, you don't want trading to be the thing that pays your bills, right? Like ideally, if you have a job that pays your bills already, it does take a little bit of the pressure off of the P&L, right? Like that would be my thought process around that. I'm gonna move my larger part of the TP a little bit more up here just in case. I don't want to be a prick for tick on that. I don't mind holding a runner, but sorry, I'm just catching up with the chat here, guys. If I missed a question, my apologies. Why am I trading against a trend? I had a key area that I was watching here, guys. I would say trace back to my trade review. This was an area that I was looking at to see if I could short. That's why I looked into getting into this. I guess fighting the trend is not ideal. It's very, very risky, and I recognize the risk that I'm taking here. So we'll see. We'll see if I get the follow through. Do you ever look at the ES chart at the same time? Yeah, JD Shen, I personally don't, but I know many exceptional traders use ES as its parallel comparison, for whether it's for divergence purposes or not. I don't, because there's so many things that I look at already on a chart. I feel that if I add any more, my mind's gonna explode. So that's the only reason why I don't look at all those things. But it is a very, like, if you're learning yourself, I think it is a great thing that you can take a look at into your trades. Would you say that this Friday's high liquidity highs? I don't use that terminology or specific, but yeah, that's the reason why I was looking at this area, was because I know this was a key area. And you guys got to understand that this has been an area on my chart before Friday's price action rejected it, before Thursday's price action rejected it, right? Like, it's already been on my chart. So when we were coming up during the Asia session, I was looking for it again. Obviously managing my risk and looking at what it is that I'm being presented here, to take it for a grain of salt. If we don't get the follow through, in the same regard that I made the comment earlier, right? I said that, what, if we could, and you can see here, we literally tagged the top of the channel here, but I also looked at, because you said if we could break and retest above this, I'd be open to seeing if we can tag the 342 level, right? And that would be the next area. I got a 474, I got a 575, and a 589, right? So I do have areas above that I'm watching for. And I know for some of you guys that do come onto the stream, you're probably just seeing it for the first time. So you're just thinking like, oh, maybe you're just marking it now because, it just reacted to it. I'm like, no. These things I'm looking at when I trade price, it's long awaited, right? And I'm just seeing if price will react. So yeah, anyways, hopefully that kind of answers your question, man. And those who are always going to be asking me, I'm just going to periodically post this in the chat, but those who are always asking about like my strategy overview, like I trade price action and all that, I'll just put the YouTube there again. Just anyone who just wants to take a look at it. That kind of gives you a sense of kind of like how I trade and what have you, what I look for. We are now testing the lower end of that channel. So this kind of bounce reaction is not overly surprising. Yeah, it's not overly surprising. Nominoms, what's your TP, man, on this trade? Very sharp buying reaction here at the bottom of that channel. This could be that break and retest higher low, guys, by the way. $47 seconds until this 5-minute candle closes. Let's see, Nominoms, if we can hold the top of this channel now. This 2-minute bar is interesting. It's literally the 2-minute bar is literally the range of the channel that I drew. Let's see what it does here. But yeah, this could be the break and retest now, especially with how this 5-minute candle is closing. For those who are asking, why didn't you move your stop loss down after we made that move down? Again, it's not how I trade. I accept the risk that I take. Unless something structurally changes, then sure, but... And what I mean by structurally change, right? Let's just say right now, price were to reject this area right now, like where we're at. Like, so let's just say we do this, and we reject this area. And then we come back down here again, okay? If this were to happen, I would then be happy to move my stop loss down. because at least then we formed a structural kind of potential lower high that I'd be more comfortable with using as a stop loss reference. As of now, I don't want to, because we could still double top, which is the reason why I'm gonna hold on to this and see where it goes. But yeah, if you weren't in a trade right now, I can see why you would want to view this as a break and retest for longs. I just don't like in this break and retest that we broke through our highs from Friday. We broke through it actually. And yeah, so that's the only reason why I was a little but I don't know, this could be it. This could be the break and retest for longs though. I can understand why someone would go for that. Now let's see what we do here, guys. I'm sticking with my risk, guys. What prop firms do I use? Take Profit Trader, 10-4, Funded Seat, Tradeify, and Lucid. This specific one I'm using is 10-4. They use StoneX as its platform, which is why you're able to see the bracket orders in the way that you do. But yeah, normally it'd be quite different. Nakib, I believe so. I think NAS 100. Is that futures or is that forex? Nice time. You got the pop for the scalp. Nice work, man. How can I set order limits in TradingView? TradingView doesn't let me. Well, if you integrate TradingView into TradingView, you can just set bracket orders, right? You can use the forecaster box here. And then you can set your orders like that. CDN Solutions? Nope. Nope. I accept my risk. This platform is StoneX. That's what 10-4 Trading uses for their prop. For this session, yeah, I don't really go for too big of a trade during these sessions because pre-London is not my forte. I generally trade Asia or London, but pre-London is, yeah, not my cup of tea. But I specifically trade pre-London because of the fact that it's, or I stream pre-London because it's the only time that I can stream with you guys, right? That's why I do it. Looks like this is acting as that higher low, that break and retest higher low that we spoke about earlier. Anyone in longs right now, guys? Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that was really solid. You can see how precise that was though, right guys? That higher low that we formed at the bottom of that channel we drew earlier. So anyone who caught that long, man, nice work, man. Nice work, gang. Nice work. Yeah, I mean, that's the reason why I kept my stop loss there, because I was looking to see if that could still play out. But as of right now, I mean, I can't really look for that, right? Our next level, if we can break past the 300 area here, guys, is going to be 342. That's what we'll be looking for. And then generally speaking, I'm like looking at my multiple time frames here. I do have an area of interest spot at 320 as well. So whether it's going to be 320 or 342, I mean, I guess kind of take your pick on which one you think is going to be the higher probability. Money bag, take it easy, man. Do I think it keep going higher? Yeah, man. I mean, we're holding right now. We're holding the highs from last week right now. But the key thing here for me is, like I said, I really do want to break, like, get this continuation. What I don't like about the way that we set this higher low is that we broke slightly above the high of last week, and then we closed back beneath that just to get higher again. So I'm a little skeptical right now. But if you caught the higher low long that we were eyeing, like I mentioned earlier, then obviously you caught a nice little pop up to the upside there. Yeah, we'll see. I would like to see if we can actually hold price here. Depth, no, I don't do Forex. I don't know anything about Forex, to be honest. I had heard so many bad things about Forex back then. It's actually the reason why I never got into it. Thanks, Warren. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, Andrea, I heard a lot of bad things about Forex, like unregulations and all that type of stuff. That's actually the reason why I never got into it, man. I mean, again, take it for a grain of salt. Like, I don't really know anything about Forex. That's just what I was told. You got a long for 500 bucks, Antoine? Awesome, man. Congrats. Nice work, dude. Really strong moves tonight, man. Very strong moves. Scalping upside moves, man. That's awesome, man. Any reason for the pumps? Not really, man. CDN Solutions, man. All good, dude. All good. If that's how you like to trade, that's how you like to trade, man. I always find it interesting that there's always individuals that hop on streams that get very I told you so. All good, man. If it works for you, man, it works for you. No, you know, I think we all got our own ways of going about it, right? I forgot how many. I'm looking for these TPT accounts. I'm looking to put like 300 bucks more onto these accounts. I'm just trying to think about how do I want to do this risk here for this trade. Do I want to go to minis? Do I want to do micros? If I were to take a not 3 mini, sorry. Because by the way, this TPT thing, I've got like 3 evals wrapped up together. I don't usually copy trade, but for these ones, I don't mind just doing that. Chilly, man. Hey, man, all good. You can see here, though, right? 2 trades. Both of the trades had their merit. I just shot for more than I probably should have, which is all good. I mean, it sounds like some of you guys caught, like the shorts that I took, sounds like some of you guys caught your wins on that. You took your piece of the pie and you walked, and that's good, man. And in the same way, right? We talked about those higher lows, right? Again, because I don't like bailing on my trades, that's really the big reason why I didn't take anything, right? I didn't exit. But in both times I would in my shorts, right, it formed the higher low that would have been good for those longs. So if you guys caught them, that's good, man. Like I'm always saying, I'm not looking, I don't think it's ever a good idea to copy people's trades, right? If anything, the most valuable part of the conversations I have often is the trade review. So if you guys can take stuff away from that, that's probably where it's at, man. Oh. Remember, guys, I said we have a level at 30,342, and I have an average interest at 30,020. I don't mind putting in a limit order here, to be honest, where I just shoot for what, 300 bucks, like what, 15 points? I don't mind doing that. This is kind of like a scalp limit order, and then my stop loss would be the 40s probably.
Order filled.
Yeah, I would really, if I were to look for a pullback, I would really love for price to pull back into this 300 area. If you could pull back into 30,300, I'm interested in taking longs off the fail to go lower there, if that gets presented. The buying action tonight has been strong, though, so definitely, you know, fighting the trend is gonna get your ass handed to you, as you've seen. Does Tradeify have a 50% profit cap? Love I7I. Can you rephrase that question? What do you mean by that? I don't fully really understand that. Unstoppable hand, man. If you're feeling FOMO, man, it might be best to walk away. The last thing you want to do, and it happens to almost every trader, is that you wait and you wait and you wait, and then it continues to push higher and higher, and then you enter literally right when it decides to finally pull back, right? Like don't get caught in that, right? Consistency, he means. Oh, is that what you mean? Love I7I? I just want to make sure, because I've never, a profit cap is very different from a consistency. Stand him trading. Let's go, man. I'm so happy for you, dude. Right on. Right on, brother. Oh yeah, Andrew. That's probably what he means by that. Yeah, love. If that's what you're referring to, Tradeify is not 50%. There are just payout specific numbers, right? So like, for example, like a 50K account, you maximum usually is 2K payouts. 150K account payout max is 3,000. So that's how that's based. How much would you risk for 50K Tradeify? Did you or would you? Because I mean, I haven't used my 50K Tradeify tonight. So usually I would say that my recommendation is, $200. That's probably the best way to go about it for most people. Obviously I trade a little bit higher in size, and I'm just because I'm really okay with that. But that would be kind of my thought process to that. All right, with 18 minutes left here, guys. Let's get some final thumbs up on the stream in here so that we can do the giveaway, guys, for you guys. I'd love to get that out to you guys. I'm just getting the bot and stuff like that ready for the giveaway. What size would you risk for 50K account? I answered that question earlier too, man. It honestly, in the end of the day, I would say risking $200. However you choose to risk that $200, that's completely up to you. But that's just the best, because you do want like a 10 bullet batting average just in case you need it. You know what I mean? Like that, in my personal opinion, that's probably your best bet. Brother, when you feel FOMO, please welcome. Yep, 100%. How do you enter the giveaway? Just by liking? Yeah, I'm gonna give the details, but 100%. Like, give a thumbs up to the stream here, guys, and then also, whatchamacall? I'll give the details when I set the bot up, and you guys just need to type enter in the chat. Yeah, I'm in short on these on the Take Profit Trader accounts. These are just three TPT evals right now that are wrapped up. I just want to get my base hit in on the day. That's it. The TP there is 305.
Picture my side as a movie, huh? Blue cheese, I swear I'm addicted to blue cheese. I gotta stick to this paper like loose leaf. Bitch about my chicken like it's a two-piece. You can have your bitch back, she a groupie. She just swallow all my kids in a two-seat. Outside as a movie, huh? Blue cheese, I swear I'm addicted to blue cheese. I gotta stick to this paper like loose leaf. Bitch about my chicken like it's a two-piece. You can have your bitch back, she a groupie. She just swallow all my kids in a two-seat.
How do I set stop loss and TP? What do you mean? Like you literally just click on it. You just click there and you decide if it's a sell limit or a buy stop, and then same on same for from the underneath. Not really too sure I understand your question. Yeah, they're 50K TPT accounts. Tell me you just hit the NQ trade. Not sure what that means. Yeah, I just entered my short not too long ago. Just looking to scalp shorts on it. But I'm going to do the giveaway here, guys, because honestly, the market's going to open up here soon. So I'm going to do the giveaway real quick. I'm just trying to type out the details for you guys here. Give me a second here. I've never tried typing on Tradebait. Can you do that? Maybe not. Hold on. Side Helen of Troy. Switching over to the other screen here so you guys can see this. All right, I'm gonna do the giveaway now, guys. Whenever you guys are ready. Venture Rose. I hear you, man. I know. "21 seconds left, and we'll announce the winner of the giveaway, guys." Oh. All right, let's see who the winner is. Zarko Trades, are you here? Zarko Trades. Awesome, dude. Congratulations on winning the account, man. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. I will send you the code for the Lucid account that you just won. I'll respond to you after the stream, though, just because I won't be able to check my thing right now, but congratulations, Zarko Trades, on winning the account, brother. That's freaking awesome. No, I don't trade the New York Open, my friend. Yeah, I know I get asked all the time. I don't. I'll just keep it short by saying family and business. That's why I don't. FEMA funded futures. I just did my giveaway, my friend. Stangham Trading. Congratulations on your big day today, man. That's awesome, dude. Big trade day today. Market's going to open up about 7 minutes here, guys. We're kind of consolidating in my area of interest of 320 at the moment, and we have our level at 3342, just to keep in mind, guys. Level of 330, sorry. Yeah, level of 3342. Yeah, no problem, guys. No problem, guys. Hopefully you guys were able to capture those long, high, low setups that we talked about. I know I wasn't able to since I was in my short trades, but hopefully you guys did. And congrats to those who actually caught the short trades that I took and took your profits a little sooner. I'm in a short, yeah. I'm in a short. I'm copy trading 3 evals at the moment. 3 TPT evals. I'm just going for $300 because these accounts don't really need a lot. I have to trade 5 days with them anyways, right? So not really incentivized to hold them for much longer than that. The hell is that Donald Duck? He's the one ripping the music tonight, man. Chile, I used to leave trades overnight. I don't really do it anymore. Just because like by the time that I stop trading and I go to sleep, it's actually like not a great time to be holding a trade over, to be honest. I will say this. There are some trades where if I've already taken profit out and like I literally just have a runner left, I'll probably move my stop loss into profit and I'll just let it run and see where it goes. But I seldom do that though. It's not very common. Dean, take it easy, man. You have a wonderful night, man. For those who are still here or just hopping on, guys, just remember, if you guys haven't taken a look at, you can pull it back to about 10:20 Pacific Standard Time. You can take a look at the chart review there. I do go over what I'm kind of looking at, what the areas are. So if we continue to have this buying strength and push forward, just remember the key areas that we're watching for either a rejection short or a higher low break and retest, right? So those are the key areas that we want to watch for. London Open, I find that the first hour isn't the directional one you want to take. It's the hour that comes after that provides better opportunity. Again, personal opinion. I know some of you guys have found it very valuable, and that's been helpful for you guys who trade the London session. So just my 2 cents, just to kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, that's kind of where my mind's at with it. Giving you guys that spiel because I'm going to be logging off here soon. I just want to see how this London Open goes. Do I hit stop or do I hit TP? Vancouver, man. Vancouver, Canada. A lot of buyers tonight, man. Considering how much it's trying to push down and buyers just keeping buying it up. Cool, man. Thanks for tuning in from Australia, guys. We've been holding the 9 EMA all night as well on the 5 for those who trade the 9 EMA. A lot of times people use that as a form of holding on to trades instead of bailing on them. Rec, I already did my giveaway, man. Go on, man. Much love, brother. Much love. All right, well, I'll see where this goes. I'm either going to get stopped or I'm going to hit TP. You guys already know where the stop and TP is on this trade. So, but I do got to hop off because I got a really early start tomorrow. It's Monday for me. Thanks for tuning in again as always. And yeah, hopefully the chart review serves you well for the course of today and maybe even for tomorrow, okay? I'll catch you guys later.